Recent data shows some surprising confusion about 401k contributions. I've got that data and how to overcome the confusion. That and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. When it comes to contributions to your 401k and confusion, I get it, and I've talked about it a lot. And the big idea is go out and make sure that you're contributing enough to get the full company match. Match formulas can be challenging, can be unique, vary from company to company, and that same company can change their match formula. So make sure that you're contributing enough to get the full company match. That shouldn't be the maximum that you should contribute. That should be the minimum that you contribute. The maximum is either the IRS limit, $23,000 in 2024, another $7,500 if you're age 50 or older, or whatever your financial plan requires. If you're working with your CFP, what are your retirement goals? What's that 5-factor plan? And how much do you need to be contributing to retirement to be on track? That's the amount that you should be contributing. So when I saw this headline about 401k contribution confusion, I just naturally assumed, yes, this is another data point, more surveys showing that people don't quite understand the company match and need to make sure that they're getting doing enough to get the full match. I was surprised. That's not what this data was revealing. In fact, it surprised me, probably going to surprise you as well. Recent survey asked eligible employees, so employees that have a 401k available to them, survey went out saying, why aren't you contributing? Why aren't you enrolled? And guess what? 59% of them said, I thought I was contributing. Can you believe that? Could you imagine? You're probably watching this video right now thinking, yeah, I'm contributing to my 401k. And you might say, how in the world is that possible? Guys, 60% said they thought they were. I think this could be a very common mistake, but with very serious consequences. Imagine that you believe that you are saving up for, maybe months, maybe a few years, and then all of a sudden you get closer to retirement and take a look and thought you were preparing, but you actually weren't. Guys, this is a serious deal. How potentially could you think you're contributing but actually not be? One is auto enrollment. So I'm going to talk about this here in just a minute. The auto enrollment feature, where instead of having to opt in to contributing to the 401k, you have to opt out. You're naturally going to be in. This is a more common feature, and with some of the new tax credits that you get for businesses that offer new 401k plans, this is sort of part of it, one of the features that they're really, really encouraging. Well, here's the deal. If your previous employer had an automatic enrollment and you were told you don't need to do anything, you're just going to start saving, great, and then you switch to a new employer, you may have just assumed that they were auto-enrolling you as well, when in fact this new employer is not doing auto-enrollment, right? So that introduces this confusion of, well, previously I didn't need to do anything. I was just automatically included. And that's not the case today. So that could be one reason. Another reason this article states, and I could see this as well, that, well, my old company, my old 401k is at Fidelity or at Vanguard or wherever it is. And when I got to my new employer, they said that their 401k is also at Fidelity. So I just assumed I'm using the same one, and I was contributing before, I'm contributing again, and it's automatically happening. Whereas it's not. Your 401k, you can only contribute to it while you're with that company. As soon as you separate from service with that company, you can't contribute to that old 401k again. A 401k is unique to each company or each employer, and therefore, even if you have an old one at Fidelity and your new company also has Fidelity as their 401k, it's going to be a different 401k. So they cite that could be the confusion. And then in our experience, some of the confusion that we see is that your company offers the 401k plan, but there isn't any individualized service. You don't have an opportunity to sit down with we call it a participant success advisor or a financial professional to help you get enrolled. You just assume that you are because maybe you notified HR or maybe you filled some things out online, but because you didn't actually work with someone to help you with all the steps, you maybe didn't complete it and therefore you're not actually contributing. So guys, I was surprised by this survey result. I'm assuming you may be as well, and I'm assuming you're also thinking, certainly not happening to me. Well, I'd have you, take an action item to go check your pay stub and confirm that you are contributing to your 401k. This is a lost discipline. Remember when we used to get pay stubs in our company mailbox and you'd open the envelope and get a paper cut and then you'd pull it out and see a bunch of numbers that you didn't quite understand. I made this, but I'm only getting this. Where'd all the money go? We don't get pay stubs anymore. Either they're emailed to you or you're not even notified. You just have to go to a website and log in, and then maybe you're able to see your pay stub. Well, do it. Go check out your pay stub and take a look and confirm that you're contributing to your 401k, that you're contributing the right amount, and also double check tax withholdings, double check company match there, and make sure everything's all up to snuff. That'd be one way, and I'd encourage you, one way to check and make sure that you're not caught up in this confusion. But then I would also log into your 401k and confirm. So when you log into your 401k, every site's a little bit different, and gosh, they can be confusing. But investment elections or contribution amount, it's going to have some phrasing around there. And yeah, investment elections to me sounds like where's my money being invested? But some places, investment elections shows how much you're contributing and where's it going. So take a look at that and make sure that you're contributing the right amount. A couple other pointers while you're there that can also overcome a lot of confusion, not directly related to this survey, but lots of confusion that we see. Number one, while you're there, confirm, are you contributing pre-tax or Roth? And which one is most appropriate for you? This decision of contributing pre-tax and getting a tax benefit today, but then having to pay taxes when you withdraw the money out there in retirement, or whether you should do Roth and not get a tax benefit today, but have all those dollars grow tax-free for your future. This is the quintessential financial planning decision. It impacts your present financial position, your cash flow. Does impact your protection planning. Certainly it's a tax planning decision. It's an investment planning decision. Impacts your retirement as well, and impacts your estate plan when you pass away. What are the tax consequences of the assets that you leave behind to your heirs? So this is a big decision that you have a hard time making well outside of the context of looking at all 6 areas of your financial life. So while you're checking out your 401k, making sure that you're contributing the right amount and enough to get the company match, make sure that you're also deciding whether you're contributing pre-tax or Roth, or reevaluate that decision. That's one. Number two, if you happen to get a bonus or have variable pay, know that some 401k companies, there is a separate election. You make a distinction, I'm contributing X amount of my normal pay, but you have a separate spot where you say, I want to contribute X amount of my bonus or my commission. Some of them it's combined, some of it is separate. At our company, it's actually separate. If there's a bonus, how much do you want contributing to your 401k? Make sure you fill that out. And you might say, well, if I don't fill it out, I've got more money coming take home into my pay. I get that, but these are dollars that could be going to help your retirement and your tax picture as well. So check that out when you're there also. And then finally, along the same lines, when you're checking out your 401k, also see if you're age 50 or older, make sure you're also contributing enough to get a catch-up contribution. This is also, for many employers, a separate line item. I want to contribute 15% of my pay to my 401k. Well, if that 15% or whatever the amount is, if it hits that normal contribution limit of $23,000 in 2024, but you're age 50 or older, you could actually do another $7,500. You could do a catch-up contribution as well. Some 401k companies, when you make that election, if you max out at that $23,000, they're not going to continue that catch-up contribution automatically. It's a separate election. Sometimes it's all combined, sometimes it's separate, and you're going to want to make sure that you have that set up correctly for your intentions and what your objective is. So there it is, guys. There's several pieces of 401k confusion. The headliner one, making sure that you're contributing and not thinking you are, but actually are not. Making sure you're getting the full company match, making sure you're doing pre-tax or Roth and that's intentional, making sure that you're contributing to your 401k on any bonus or commission, and making sure that you're doing a separate catch-up contribution if that's appropriate for your situation and if your company has that as a separate election. So with all that confusion, work with your CFP, make sure that you're making a wise choice when it comes to how you're using and leveraging your 401k. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.